Golden Globes, I think, are the most fun show to watch during film awards season, more so than the Oscars, because the actors get drunk. You know, you see them drinking on that Moet Champagne in the seats, and you see them reacting in live time to what's going on stage, and you feel like you're kind of part of the party. So in the TV section of the Golden Globe nominations, there were some major surprises. The Golden Globes love to reward new shows. I think they were the first major organization to reward Atlanta last season. I think Girls as well was their first major win, as well as Transparent. So they always like to kind of be on the cutting edge when it comes to TV, and I think this year they're trying to do that with Smilf, Showtime's show. It's pretty racy, and the buzz has been strong on that show, but I think people were a little surprised that it got in for Best Comedy as well as Best Actress over Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep. That show was completely cut out of nominations, didn't get a single one despite winning Best Series and Best Actress at the Emmys recently. And then you also have this Amazon series that nobody's really heard of called The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and that just premiered a few weeks ago, and that landed a nomination, I think, for its actress in comedy as well as Best Series. So it should be interesting seeing how those two new shows duke it out. The harassment allegations that are rocking Hollywood right now don't really seem to have affected it, because I think you would have seen more of a female contingent, especially in the director's section of the nominations for the films. Greta Gerwig was omitted for Lady Bird. A lot of people thought she was going to get nominated for that. Patty Jenkins for Wonder Woman, a film that really started a movement in Hollywood, was completely snubbed in all categories. Gal Gadot was expected to maybe get an actress nomination. She didn't. And Dee Reese, the director of the Netflix racial drama Mudbound, she also didn't get a nomination for director, and people thought that maybe she also had a chance. But when it comes to directors, like I said, the diversity is severely lacking, save for Guillermo del Toro, the Mexican director of Shape of Water. So it's not looking so strong. You have Denzel Washington for Roman Esquire. That film was kind of under the radar, so his nomination came as a bit of a surprise, but we're not really sure if he's going to factor into the Oscar race, because that film's kind of laying low right now. And in the Golden Globes, you have comedy and drama, so there's a bigger field to play with. And the Golden Globes and the Oscars, they do sometimes like to give the newcomer an award over, the big star. I mean, I can't even recall the last time Meryl Streep won. I think it was for The Iron Lady, which was a few years back, and she's been nominated since. So just having Meryl Streep in the race doesn't really mean it's necessarily going to go to her, even though this is one of her best performances that I've seen in years. She dials it back a lot, and it's pretty riveting. And Tom Hanks, his role is arguably supporting. It really is Meryl Streep's movie. So in a year when you have Gary Oldman completely transforming himself to play Winston Churchill in The Darkest Hour, or this incredible newcomer like Timothée Chalamet in Call Me By Your Name, it's a little harder for Tom Hanks to stand out. So Netflix's House of Cards and Amazon's Transparent were both completely snubbed from the Golden Globes. They have won in previous years. And obviously people are going to be thinking, did the sexual assault, harassment allegations that are rocking Hollywood play a role in the show's not getting nominated? We have no way of knowing. But Kevin Spacey was removed from House of Cards, as we all know, following the allegations against the actor. And Jeffrey Tambor recently announced that he's leaving Transparent following the allegations against him. Neither actors were nominated, but have at it what you will. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself there.